Let's play some games.
You'll be given love.
Parents, family, friends,
You'll
teachers.
be taken care of.
Parents, friends,
You'll be
teachers.
given love.
By many, many people.
You have to trust it.
It's good.
Maybe not from these sources.
Perhaps it's been a bit confusing.
You have poured maybe not from the direction.
Even with the love that you actually direct out of people,
You are staring
might
at.
not be appropriate.
Trust your head around.
Trust.
It's all around you. All is full of love.
Just sit in a field, just have a look around.
Around
It just is.
you.
But what's your response to it?
All is full of love. We just ain't receiving.
And this goes from the furthest away thing that you can imagine, the closest thing. Because even if you close the doors and you sit in a room, if you're going to attach to anyone or anything, you listen to the music and you think, this is fantastic, this is beautiful. Even if you attach it to some aspect of your being, breathing, how you are whenever you're breathing, it's deeper. The fact you exist. Not even to the fact of it. Not to anything which is a concept or anything you point at, name or name. Just. And it's inexpressible. Completely inexpressible. And yet you experience it. Moments. Maybe long. Being in that state is what it's all about. It's completely fractal. It is completely pure. It's completely inexpressible. And therefore, if we talk about it, we draw it, we make music to it, we still cannot get across this technology unless this other being also shares it. And there are some people that manage to express it in music, words, making love. And then we think, in comparison, ourselves and what we are capable of burping out, and it's really just not good enough, is it? It will never compare to these musicians, to these poets, to these incredible expressions of love. And yet we find somebody who actually loves us, and then we end up loving them and they accept it, and it's a great joy and it's a great pleasure, and suddenly we realise that actually we are actually good enough. We can actually lighten up other people's lives, and that is a great joy and a wonder. And only then is there a real kind of independent kind of mutual sharing of existence, I suppose. First love, it's called. But if we kind of stop the idea, or even the ideal, even the desire to express this stuff, you know, love, our awareness, and we just experience fully, because by realizing that we can't, it means it's tragic. We experience certain things in life that are just like magical, okay, divine. And we don't have the means of being able to express it. Some of us have, kind of, to others. But if it's actually impossible, really, and that is an aspect of the sweetness that is the amazing quality of life. And instead of, which is what we're doing in the West, following people that can express these things, and we've kind of taken up with the meme of trying to express it, whereas in the East, they kind of didn't for a while, or Buddhism. The idea is you just go, yep, amazing, all right? It's not trying to actually say, oh, how amazing, describe it in all its intricate finery. It's just going, yep, I can't express it, it's amazing. And then you mutually share that. And that means there is more coming together. And also it means that in my life, I felt kind of a little bit sad because I haven't been able to express certain things to people. I haven't been able to enthuse them. And then there are people who say, oh, you should take people with you. And it's like, And I've kind of on purpose not done that. But ever so often I think, God, why don't I just produce some beautiful things so that people go, God, that's beautiful. And then they kind of listen because it's beautiful. But then they're following the expression rather than their own independent experience and understanding of it. And I think a move, and the quality of move that we wish to possibly induce in the world. For example, if you have ever had, or you will ever have, a sensation or an idea or a thought of wishing for world peace to exist. Or perhaps you even actually have got to a certain experience where you think, well, yeah, of course, entirely possible. I mean, for absolutely sure. The trick is then, how do you express that to others? How do we share that, even though we have these insights at different times of our lives? And that's the trick. And as soon as we start trying to express it, then people will start following it. And then they've missed it. And it shouldn't be something that they're following. It's something which is within them. Hence, failure is a good thing. Because by failing, it means that people haven't cottoned on to what you're talking about. Perfect. It means that the only way that they're ever going to take up, for example, my invitation, is if they somehow or other approach it from their side and they get it from whatever it is that they've understood from their life experience, who you speak to, whatever they've experienced, whatever you've experienced. And then somehow you go, oh, wait a minute, that 2020 World Peace, that's an interesting idea. That can resonate. And it allows everybody and anybody to be able to approach it, because as yet it's completely undefined. The one interesting thing about this is I kind of like, it's like it involves some kind of travel. And it took me, it was 20 years travel, okay, because I imagined 2020. Now it's only 12 years travel. So the trick is, if you focus in on it and concentrate on it, and you give it your best shot, you meditate for an hour on it, and if at the end of that, nice thoughts haven't popped up and so on and so forth, okay, that's cool. But that's the trick, is seeing how far, and some people will be able to kind of like get that distance only a year before, or maybe just on the year, 2020, they'll go, 2020 World Peace, oh yeah, like now, yeah, like this year, and they can just about, you know, hope for it, look for it. Whereas anybody before that has to look for it ahead, as it were, and they've got to somehow or other get from where they are in their existence now to that future date. And just now, 2008, when I'm recording this, it's going to take 12 years of travel. 12 years of travel. And if somebody's been alive for 12 years, that's almost impossible. For somebody that's been kind of conscious for, say, 12 years, I think it's possible. So I would expect people round about 30s, 32, 35, I think, should be able to do the travel, to be able to get this distance. So that's a bit weird end, isn't it? But such is life.